This channel is meant for adult toy collectors. Viewer discretion is advised. Welcome to Dolly Babbles, a channel where we talk about doll and toy collecting. Today I wanted to talk about a doll customization project that I just finished up. So I've been seeing lots of beautiful pictures of Truly Me 118, and that's been a little bit of inspiration for this project. But it started a while before she came out. So the project started with this doll. I got her in a lot, and as you can see, she's got rubbed off paint, a haircut, a thin wig, and a lot of ink staining. I actually couldn't catch in these pictures, but I had to do acne cream treatment because a lot of her face and her limbs had ink on them. So here's what she looked like after I did all of that. And here's her face and wig up close. You can see the missing paint, missing part of her eyebrow, and that really thin wig. So the first part of this project for me was finding a Nenea. I tried lots of places. I ended up getting her from Facebook Marketplace for $65, which was great because she also came with clothes. The only problem with this Nenea was that she smelled a little bit like vinegar. I'm assuming somebody cleaned her up before they sent her, which I appreciate. And this is what she looks like up close. She's in really good condition. And of course, her face paint, because part of this customization is going to be changing her face paint. So here are our two dolls at the start. I'm going to be starting by taking off our doll's wig because, let's be real, it needed to go. I'm using a nail tool to try and separate the wig from the head. I didn't heat it up or anything. The wig wasn't repairable, so I didn't feel the need to be gentle with it. While I do that, I want to explain that part of this for me is I want to make Nenea look similar to the Truly Me 118, but with a little bit of a twist. So that's why we're doing a rewig and we're changing her eye makeup. Now we have a very interesting looking doll after taking the wig off. The wig actually stayed together surprisingly well, so I did keep it in case in the future I want to use the cap. But this is what we're left with. So I wanted to try and get some of the excess off with a razor blade. This didn't work very well because the razor blade was really flimsy. And I was trying to be gentle. So I just decided to cut the larger pieces off with scissors. Once that was cleared up, Nenea's neck string needed out. Or a zip tie, in this case. So I'm trying to pull up the stitches, holding the casing in to get access to the zip tie. And now that those are open, I'm trying to break the zip tie. This was really scary. It's a very tight area to get in. I ended up using scissors, which was not fun. I was eventually able to break it, and now you get to see the zip tie that's in there. And now we could start face paint. So I taped Nenea's eyes closed to make sure none of the product I was using would go into her eye socket. I'm just using paper tape so that it's nice and gentle. And then I'm going to use 100% acetone. And what I'm doing is using a Q-tip and acetone to remove the paint around her eyes. Because I want the paint to look similar to the 118, and she doesn't have the same paint around her eyes. Just being very gentle, tilting the head so that none of the acetone runs down into the eye socket. It's fast evaporating, but still. And now I'm taking off the tape, being careful around the eyelashes, peeling it kind of sideways to make sure I don't pull any out. And this is our setup to boil Nanea's head and make it soft. It's a towel with a rubber band. And once we have boiling water, you pour it into her neck hole, which I was very surprised I didn't spill any, but definitely be careful if you're doing this. And the point is that the hot water will soften her vinyl. And then it was time to take Nanea's head out of the towel. I had already dumped the water out, and you'll be able to see she's nice and squishy. And the hope is that I'll be able to separate her wig with more stretchy glue and not damage her or her wig. Unfortunately, it took me 20 minutes and a lot of brute strength to do this. I honestly felt like it was harder with the head heated up because before it was heated up, the glue was brittle and it could snap more easily. But I did eventually get it off. And now I'm using tacky glue to prep our Doll Lot doll for her wig. And this is always fun because it's like making their head a cinnamon roll. It doesn't need to be all the way cleaned up or anything because the more uneven the texture, the more there's actually to grip to, which is convenient. And then we have our flipped wig, gently placing it back on. There are a lot of tutorials on how to do that, but it's very nerve-wracking because you don't want to get any glue in their hair. And once it's on, you're gonna pull it. And of course, now it's Nanea's turn. Her head was much smoother, probably because I heated it up. Just making that cinnamon swirl. And I'm doing this before I do her eye paint because you can imagine that'd be a bit of a nightmare if I had to take the wig off again. I definitely think I put too much on Nanea's. It ended up being fine, but I'd go with a little less. And now I'm doing some face paint. Sorry for the vertigo there. It's the deep brown color that comes with the 12 of Prisma watercolor pencil. And it was a really good match to fill in her eyebrow. And now I'm coloring her lips. I'm doing kind of an outline first, almost like lip liner. And now that I have the line, I'm coloring her lips in. This felt very wrong. It's the same process I did with her cheeks, kind of just scribbling. To build up color and then using my finger to smudge it out. And this is what her face looked like in the end. I also gave her some freckles, got a little carried away. And then I gave formerly Nanea, I guess, my new custom, some eyelashes. Because the Truly Me 118 has them, and I feel like it really makes her eyes pop. And this is what she looked like after. And then this is the absolute final of our Doll Lot dolly. I named her Clara. She's formerly a Truly Me 26, in case I didn't say that. And I love the way she turned out. She's kind of becoming my favorite. And here is formerly Nanea, now named Sabrina, with her new wig. I think she looks amazing. Here is Clara's before and afters. I think this is such an awesome transformation, and I'm really glad that I was able to use my want for a new doll to revitalize this old doll. Part of why I decided not to get the Truly Me 118, even though I had the money, was because this doll that I already had needed a new wig, and the money wasn't going to. Basically, it was going to be cheaper to just get Nenea and do this whole wig swap process, even with buying her a Truly Me 118 wig. And also, I saw somewhere, and I really wish I had thought to write down where so that I could tell you who the source is. But someone was talking about that they like to refer to their collection as a retirement home for well-loved dolls. And I had seen that around this time and thought, why not take this journey with 2 pre-owned dolls instead of buying a new one, if I have the skills to do so. And this is Sabrina's transformation, my version of Truly Me 118. I also really love the way that she turned out. So thank you for watching. This is the end of my customization. Just I know that this customization might not be everyone's cup of tea, and that's perfectly fine. I enjoy them, and that's, I guess, what matters. What about you, though? Have you ever customized a doll? If so, how did it go? I know I've had my fair share of doll customization mishaps. Once I even accidentally melted the coating on a Rainbow High doll's eyes because of acetone fumes. They didn't even touch her eyes. They just got too close, I guess, or the acetone got too close. Anyway, if you'd like to hear more of my babbles, don't forget to subscribe. But for today, I'm all babbled out. Hope to see you next time. Bye.